Hello parents, last video. So I brought you through a 2x2 using the base 10 blocks and explaining how we would set up the area model. Same thing with a 3x2. In this case we went 3 down and 2 across. You could do the opposite. You could have 3 each on the top and 2 on the side, but again showing the area model. And now I'm going to show you the more abstract version of it, which students will be using in class. So I'm going to again decompose these numbers. So this is 220 and 3, and then on the side we'll have 40 and 5. So just like we have 200 here and 20 and 3 and then 40 and 5 using base 10 blocks, this time we're going to use actual numbers. Okay, so in this first box is where we'll do 200 times 40. What I'm recommending to students is that they look at the basic fact first. So 2 times 4, which would be 8, and then count how many zeros we have, and that should be what we place at the end. So we have 1, 2, 3 zeros that are in this problem, so we would put 3 at the end of our number. So 40 times 200 is 8,000. Now, students already know that 200 times 40 would be 8,000. They don't have to worry about those zeros, but for many students that helps them. The next spot over here is going to be 20 times 40. So again, 2 times 4 is 8, and then we have 2 zeros, 1 here, 1 here. So that's why that's 800 in this spot. And then we have 40 times 3, or 4 times 3, which is 12, and then we have 1 0 in our problem, so we place a 0 at the end of our number there. Same thing, bottom row. So 200 times 5 is 1,000. If students didn't know that, thinking about the basic fact of 2 times 5 is 10, and then we have 2 zeros in our problem, so we need to add in 2 here. 5 times 2 is, again, 10. Whoops. 5 times 2 is 10. I have an extra 0 I need to put in my number. And then 5 times 3 is 15. From here, then the students are going to add all those together. So we have 8,000, 800, 1,000, 120, 100, and 15. One error that students make is lining it up incorrectly. I always like them to put the numbers in order from greatest to least. That usually helps. So in this case, I'll try to get out a pen and actually write with my mouse here. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0, 0, 0, 2 plus 1 is 3. 0, 0, 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. And 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10 as well. So our answer is 10,035, just like if we were to add the numbers here, break them aside and add them here. Another thing that students can do that might help, let's see if I can make this a little bit thinner, is to write the problem in each of the boxes. So this one is 200 times 40. In this box. This one is, you could do 40 times 20 or 20 times 40, doesn't matter. The next one is 40 times 3. Down here would be 205, and then 20 and 5. You'll have to excuse my penmanship. I'm trying to write with a mouse. And then 3 times 5 in this box. Okay, another thing yet that has worked for students in the past is looking at those basic facts, you underline them. So 4 times 2 is 8, and then they put dots underneath the zeros. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they're making sure they have the right amount of zeros. So again, we have 2 times 4 is 8. So I underlined all 3 of those numbers, and then I have 1 dot here, 1 dot here, gives me my 2 zeros. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 dot, 1 dot. Down here is a little tricky for students. So again, they have their 2 underlined, their 5 underlined, so they should underline 10. So then my 2 dots should go here and here. Sometimes students make the mistake of thinking that they should have a total of 2 zeros, and that's not the case. They need to do their basic fact first. 5 times 2 is 10, and then put in their 2 zeros. So a lot of times students will write this as 100 instead of 1000 because they think they should only have 2 zeros, which is not correct. Same thing here. 5 times 2 is 10, and this problem only has 1 0 in it. 5 times 3 is 15. Again, they add there. If you have any questions after any of these videos, please let me know. I hope things go well.